guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kelly and I blog at Kelly Lee Creates where I teach lettering and digital design. So today I have a fun project for you all. I'm going to show you how to make this fun door for your fun sign for your front door. This project is great because we're getting into springtime and it's perfect for your front door for spring, and you can also use it all year. You don't have to use it just for spring. You can use it all year long. So I'm going to show you how to make this using a Silhouette machine, but you could definitely do this using a Cricut. Totally can do it using a Cricut and any personal cutting machine as long as it supports SVG files. So this file right here, this SVG file, is on a site called SoFontsy, and I will link to that below so you can download this file and follow along. You're also going to need a wooden sign. This is 12-inch diameter and it's super thin, which makes it really light and very easy to hang on your door. And you can get this on Amazon. They usually come in packs of 12 or sometimes 10, sometimes 15. I will link to these specific ones in the description below. So you need a sign. You need some stain. You can use any stain that you want. Any type of wood stain that you want, any color that you want. I like this dark. I think this was Minwax espresso or coffee, one of those two. So you're gonna need a stain, some paint, any paint you want. You can use acrylic. I use this chalk paint, paintbrush. You're gonna need some painter's tape, adhesive vinyl, permanent adhesive vinyl, in whatever color you want. Just make sure it's permanent because this sign is going to be used outdoors. And the permanent vinyl that I like is the Oracle 651. You can see it here. I don't know if you can see that. Oracle 651. I get my vinyl from Expressions Vinyl, and I will link to that. Also, you're going to need some transfer tape, and you're going to need a weeding tool, a scraper tool, or a burnishing tool, or you can use a credit card, just something with a flat edge. And you're going to need a hot glue gun and some rope to make your hanger. So I'm gonna show you how to make this with a Silhouette machine. Like I said, you can use a Cricut, any personal cutting machine, as long as it supports SVG files. I mean, I know Silhouette and Cricut do. I don't know about other brands of personal cutting machines. I don't quite know what they support, but definitely Silhouette and Cricut. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna take you over to the Silhouette software and show you how I set up the file to cut. And then I'll come back here and show you how to put it all together. So I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so I'm just going to show you how to set up this file in Silhouette Studio. So to open a file, you go to File, Open, and you navigate to where you saved the file. I'm going to choose the SVG file and hit OK. And this is how this particular file comes in. And so you can click on the file and you can see that this one is all separate. That's just how the designer created this file. So what we want is we want to group these things together. So we want the word sweet to be, I want to cut out the word sweet in one color. So I'm just going to group all these letters together by selecting them and hitting Shift to select all the letters in sweet, and then Command G or Control G, and that groups the whole entire word together. So now you can see you can move everything together. And then I want to also group the rest of this file, the two homes. So I'm just going to select everything else and hit Command G. So now you can see that you can move both of those together, and then you can move sweet all together. Okay, So because I want to cut these out in 2 different colors, I'm going to come over here to the color panel, or the fill panel, sorry, and I'm just going to fill each one with a different color. So I'm going to fill sweet with black, and then I'm going to fill the rest of the file with white because that's the way I want to cut it out. Okay, so one more thing I want to do is I want to draw a box around everything so it'll be easier to cut out. So I'm going to draw a box around the entire thing like that. Now I'm going to come over to the sun panel and we're going to cut by fill. So you can see over here you have the black, the white, and this hatch mark is the red box that we just drew. So I'm going to cut out, first I'm going to cut out the white so you can check which box you want to cut out. I want to cut the white and I want to cut the box around the white. And then after I cut out the white, I'm going to do another pass with the black and cut that out separately. So you have all your fills right here, and then right here is a drop-down menu for the material that you're gonna use. So I have it set to vinyl Oracle 651 and auto blade. And then when you have all this set up, I'm gonna tap on the white and the box that we drew. And so when you have all this set up, then you just come down here and click send. Okay, so I've just cut my cut file out using my Silhouette, and now I'm going to weed it. So the reason why we drew this box around the cut file is to make it easier to start your weeding. You can start from any corner. I already started this one, but as you can see, if we start from down here, it just makes it a lot easier to start rather than trying to, pick the corner off like that. So that's why I always draw a box around my files. Just a little tip, you don't have to if you don't want to. So just going to weed it. And if you have a sharp blade, this weeding process should be pretty easy. If your blade is a little bit dull, it might be a little bit more difficult. I like to use scissors and cut away the vinyl as I go, so I don't end up with vinyl sticking to, like, falling back on itself and sticking to itself and ruining my project. So it may take a little bit longer to do it this way, but it's just the way that I like to do it. And so when I'm done weeding all the outside, then I go to the inside and take out these pieces from the loops. And this is just a weeding tool, but you can use anything with a hook on it. You can even use a straight pin for this. Just something that's a little bit sharp with a point so you can really get in there, especially if you have a design that is very small and intricate. I have my 2 parts of my SVG file all cut out, and now I'm going to prep my sign. So what I want to do is I have this blue paint and I want to make a stripe approximately in the middle of the sign. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape off the area that I want to paint, and I'm going to use a Silhouette mat to mark where I want to tape. Okay, now that I have my blue stripe painted on my sign and I let it dry, now we need to get our vinyl ready to place on our sign. So in order to do that, remember we've got 2 pieces of vinyl here. So I cut a piece of transfer tape the same size as my biggest piece of vinyl. So I'm just going to place this transfer tape onto my vinyl. Next, I take a burnishing tool. Okay, so now we're going to peel the backing off of this so the transfer tape, or so the vinyl is stuck to the transfer tape. And I like to peel the backing off rather than try to peel the transfer tape off, because this way I find the vinyl sticks a lot easier when I do it this way. Okay, so here you have your vinyl on your transfer tape, but now we have to put this piece on. So to do that, I just lay it down, and might want to get something to hold it down if it's like, if your sheet isn't, if it's curling up like mine is. Okay, now you just place this on top of this piece of your design. I think that looks pretty good. And so I'm just going to go with that, and I'm going to lay it down. Make sure your vinyl doesn't stick to your surface. And then I'm going to burnish it on this side. And then peel the backing off of this. And when you turn it over, you just check one more time to make sure everything is good. And the last step is to put it on our sign. And so again, we're just going to line this up as best as we can. And I made this specifically so the word sweet would fit into the blue area here. But now that I'm saying this, I think I might want it up a little bit higher. And this honestly is just an eyeball here. I'm not really measuring anything, but feel free to measure if you want to. And I'm gonna go with that right there. So just place it down, and again, use your burnishing tool. And then peel back the transfer tape. Go slow on this. Make sure everything sticks. So here is the final project. So to put this hanger on here, all I did was take some twine and I tied a knot in it, and I just attached it to the back with some hot glue. Very simple. You can use any hanger that you want really, but I find that this method works because these wooden discs are so thin and light, and this is really all that you need to hang it. So I hope you like this tutorial. If you want more tutorials, make sure to visit my blog at kellyleecreates.com. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you get notified of all the videos when I upload them. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.